Hey everyone, thank you for joining us once again for MeOS Live. My name is Michael and I'm one of the developers for MeOS, our operating system simulation game. Today, we will take a peek at some of the new additions to the game that we have been working on for the past few months. This presentation won't be nearly as long as our first MeOS Live, but if you're looking for something specific, make sure to check out these timestamps. Just before we start, another quick reminder that if you're viewing this in the future, the game might look pretty different than it is now. So without making you wait any longer, let's start off strong with some updates to the MeOS rhythm game, Keyccordion Dawn. In this update, we have added a good handful of fun things to Keyccordion Dawn. If you aren't familiar with this game, it's a rhythm game that allows you to play it with up to 10 buttons. The song you are hearing right now is one of the new playable tracks in this update. It has many fun and dynamic visuals, but that's not all. We have 3 more exciting songs to show. That's right, we have added 3 new songs in collaboration with F777 and Waterflame. F777 has provided us with his awesome song Power Glove, as well as a brand new song made just for this game. Waterflame has also let me remix one of his amazing and iconic songs, Glorious Morning, in a fun keygen style. We made sure that these new tracks have a unique and dynamic appearance to make the gameplay even more fun. You might have already also noticed, but we added new visual impact effects to further improve the game feel. Another nice improvement we have done is related to the single-handed modes. Now, as you can see, selecting the left hand or right hand will allow you to play on a more narrow platform that fits snug with the 5 buttons pertaining to the hand you chose. This change will hopefully allow you to keep track of the only buttons you need and focus on your performance. There are more songs already in the works and much more to come, so stay tuned. We've been really busy adding lots of content to Jump Wars recently. Just as a quick refresher, Jump Wars is a simple platform fighter game in MeOS, where each character has 2 unique moves, as well as the ability to stomp on other players' heads. You might have already noticed, but one of the new things we added is a better HUD to indicate your lives, health, name, and even score. Yes, that's right, with the introduction of new game modes, score is now displayed where applicable. However, we think it's time for some new faces, so how about we take a look at some of the new characters coming to this update? Let's see what we got. As you can see, Jump Wars was one of the things keeping us very busy the past few months. We have a whole 6 new characters shown here, even including 2 guests. We also finally have a new stage featuring an original song written by the amazing composer Screenhog that you are hearing right now. The song that you heard during the trailer might sound familiar, and that's because it's a remix of the Sunset Hill theme by F777. You might have also noticed that some characters now start out with a different amount of health than others, and this is actually part of the way the game handles balancing. Thanks to the feedback of our invaluable beta testers, we have been able to come to a more fair experience for any character available on the roster right now. In addition to the stage variant option we added last update, we have also added a retro palette mode. Toggling retro on the stage selection screen will force stages to take on an alternate look based on just 4 shades of green. Besides a lot of other fixes and more skin slots, you may have also noticed that we finally added visual impact effects as well as sound impact effects on landing and on hit, depending on what kind of attack was dealt. A good handful of sounds are even unique to the character you play. We have a lot more already in the works, including more character stages and now modes, so stay tuned to see what's coming very soon. Do you miss the old, strange games you'd find on the internet around the mid-2000s? Well, good news! The new Zelomedia Splash games collection has you covered. Zelomedia Splash is a new library of games added to MiOS that will be ever expanding, and will contain small games ranging from spoofs to weird ideas. At the moment, 3 games are already made, including the one you are seeing right now, called Whoopi's Playtime. Whoopi's Playtime is a spoof on old, janky platformers that somehow seem to share the same engine around the time. This game aims to replicate the look and feel, but for an authentic experience, an unfair mode was added to make the obstacles more erratic and unpredictable. Let's quickly switch to that. I mean, just look at the difference. Who knows, maybe you can get something special for completing the game with this unfair mode turned on. Here's another game that was added to the collection. We don't want to show too much gameplay to avoid giving away all the answers, but Super Hard Quiz Part 2 is a sequel to a game made as an April Fool's joke in 2013. It's a jokey quiz game similar to others around the time, with some funny questions to mess with. Finishing off on a very simple, small game, here's A Pandoom's Tree. It's an arcade-styled game where you have to make it to the hut at the top of the tall palms in the jungle while avoiding a rampant ghost on your way. How many levels can you complete before getting a game over? If you like the idea of these smaller games in this style, keep an eye out for more coming soon. A lot of new and exciting improvements were made to the desktop and file surfer. But first, you may have already noticed that there's a new default background and cursor for MiOS. There's also this nifty little retro cursor that we added too, just for fun. And we added a lot of background packs, including many pictures from Norway and many different paintings. We have also added a lot of new features to the file surfer. One of the main improvements is the ability to view and open external files on the surfer, which previously was impossible. For example, you can play music or open text files stored on your computer by navigating to them from here. The sidebar is also a new addition that allows quick access to both your drives and common folders. Additionally, a playlist is also auto-generated every time you open a music file in a folder with other music files. Enjoy listening to different music while you play your favorite games. Lastly, one of my favorite things added this update are message boxes. They will start to be used much more frequently in MiOS, and are highly customizable. This one looks a little different though. What's up with that? Well, we aren't quite there yet, but we started implementing themes that will change the look of your whole UI. Nothing but message boxes are affected yet, so keep an eye out to see more on this soon. We sure had a handful of things to work on since February, and hopefully you enjoyed what we got to show you so far. But what about our plans for the future? At the moment, we want to switch our attention towards the 3D games temporarily, especially the ones with little content so far, such as Saiho and Portal Dreams. However, other games, utilities, and features may also get additions and improvements in the near future. Additionally, we want to keep adding content in small batches to Jump Wars and Keyccordion, as a lot of characters, stages, and tracks are already being made. We can't wait to show you what's brewing. In regards to the Kickstarter, we still hope to have one sometime in the next few updates. We want to make sure enough people know about MiOS, as that increases the chances of a successful campaign. So please tell your friends if you enjoy what you see so far. Before we end this live, I would like to give a big thanks to so many people. Firstly, I would like to thank our beta testers for constantly helping find things that improve the game further and further. The suggestion for better visual effects in Keyccordion Dawn, as well as visual and sound effects for Jump Wars, made the games feel so much better, and it's all thanks to you. We also want to thank all the active members that interact in our community and keep MiOS alive. We know how hard it is to wait so long sometimes without seeing new content, but we hope this live filled up your appetite, and we promise to show more very soon. And lastly, a huge thank you to everyone who was kind and let us use their IPs in the OS. We have so many wonderful guest composers, characters, and other creations in the game. For this update specifically, I want to give a big thank you to Funpix, Felix, Screenhog, F777, and Waterflame for helping us make our dream come true. A lot of things that were added or changed in this update weren't mentioned in the presentation, so we really recommend checking the changelog to see everything that was done. As always, you will be able to hear all the new music I've made in this video on my OctoNote channel. We are already planning the next big update as of making this live, but this is where we'll have to finish off for now. Thank you so much for watching, and we can't wait to catch you in the next one. Bye!